From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mills. He gets it to Cooks. Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Working out of the gun, Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice first down pickup there by Alec Pierce. If you want to talk about underrated athletes from the 2022 draft, you must include his name. Excellent size, runs a 4.40 and can jump out of the building. You want to add some toughness in there? He played linebacker for a while at the University of Cincinnati. He fits what Indianapolis is looking for to a T.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action. It's Ryan.
At the 47-yard line.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Well, when I looked at him, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
The 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So they get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little, but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there that last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Texans. John Ross, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
Fair catch. Gainer, 24 yards. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Play action. Ryan sliding out of the pocket, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
he's going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Just because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mills now. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Going deep downfield for Ross. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Catch made here by Campbell. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Mills to throw it. Got a man open. It's Ross. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, here's Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 4 yards out. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Colts 7. Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback.
Touchdown! Nico Collins, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's got Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Bryant will throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
It's surprising that Indianapolis is Yannick Ngakoue's 5th team in the last 4 seasons. He's never had fewer than 8 sacks and 2 forced fumbles in a year, producing everywhere he's been.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jerry Hughes in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. To try again after the sack. Ryan. Well, this one complete to Doolin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Ryan. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. To throw for it is Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by M.J. Stewart.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts 45-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play fake. Mills on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Play action now. Mills out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Take over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first down again at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Mills. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup on a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 to 22. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Ryan to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jonathan Greener running in to pick up the sack. Blankenship's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Mills now. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
And the Colts first down.
To the right side, this is Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a give to Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Again, it's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra.